Hi, so welcome back to my channel, and I am already halfway done with my braiding. You can see, I hope you can see the back. Now, this has been a 5-day excursion because I have been feeling very ill and I just had bouts of migraines and it's been pretty miserable. Not the smartest thing to do, like box braids when you're having an epic headache, but yeah, my hair needs to get done like now, like yesterday. So this took me maybe 4 or 5 days because I had to stop every couple hours just to rest my eyes, and medication was making me drowsy, yada yada yada. Nobody cares about that. Anyway, so do my best to try to not, well, I wouldn't call this a how-to tutorial, but I'll show you the 2 basic ways of how to install box braids. So first and foremost, my pattern. I'll do a little diagram, I swear. So I parted my hair into 4s, and then I started, of course, by the nape of the neck, and I started, while it was divided in 4, I did 1 row, then I did the other row, then I did another row, just so that the lines could be a little more like even and parallel. See, I know the words parallel. I did the best that I could. I don't have eyes at the back of my head, so the lines, of course, are not perfect, but yeah, especially in the middle, it's really hard to reach, like, you know, to braid. So some of them are kind of loose, but the ones in the front are pretty tight, except for one. I just didn't feel like braiding it all over. To explain it, it's really hard to explain and harder to show on camera because you're like doing all these things with your hands, like you're throwing up gang signs or whatever, and you're like, hands get in the way, so you can't really see how. These are the 2 simplest ways, I think, that I found on how to do box braids. I've been getting box braids for a large portion of my life, so like I wasn't so new to, you know, I've seen the African ladies braiding, and I know they part the hairs in a crisscross kind of action and they loop it, but that's really hard for me to do. And so I've been watching many tutorials on how to, and I found 2 simple ways to do it. So stay tuned. Welcome. So as promised, I will be showing the 2 methods in how to do box braids. Well, the 2 of the easiest that I found on YouTube. Oh, I'm watching the Golden Girls, so yeah, disregard the background noise. Anywho, the 2 methods are the splitting method. Well, this is what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's the official name. It's splitting the hair, and the looping method. Now for shorter hair, you definitely want to do the splitting method because it'll grab all the little hairs. So now I'm just stretching the hair. So if your hair is shorter in the front, especially your edges, you would use less synthetic hair because it would be too heavy and it could break, and yeah, you don't want to go bald like I have in the past. I'll try my best to explain. It's really hard to explain and kind of hard to see on camera, so I think it's best to just practice along while you wash. But by no means this is a tutorial per se. Okay, so you would grip the hair with your thumb and index finger. This is my right hand, so you can see my mole. So your thumb and your index is to grip the hair, so you would twist it just to get a good grip on it. You use your middle finger to split the hair in the middle. So now you have 3 strands, 2 here, 1 here. Then you would take your ring finger to hold down that 1 strand. So it should be looking like this. And now you would part your hair, which I forgot to do, of course. Now if your hair is shorter and kinkier like mine, you can use a little bit of gel just to grip it a little better, but that's completely optional. I love the Golden Girls. Anyway, okay, thumb, index, twist it a little. Middle finger in the middle of the hair. Make sure the hair is untangled as well. Ring finger. You take 1 strand on one side of the hair. See, this is my fingers already attached to my hair. Then with the middle finger on your other hand, you go under just to grab the other part of your hair. Then you twist, and then with the middle finger of the right hand, you go back to grab the other hair. And make sure you tighten it. And then you start twisting it just slightly, and then you just start braiding. Make sure to really grip your own hair, and make sure you're as close to the scalp as possible. Because I have some braids that are kind of like saggy, because I didn't braid close enough to the scalp, but that's okay. It's still tightly attached. And then you would braid. And then you just keep braiding. So now, the looping method, which is the easiest, I believe. And if you don't know how to box braid, then I'm telling you, this will be the one technique that is the easiest to follow. Now, this technique is, I think, better suited for people with longer hair, because then you don't really need to, I don't know, it's just easier to attach. So this is the hair, and then this is the synthetic hair. And you know, you just kind of loop it in that way, you know, just the letter U in the middle. Now, okay, let me see if I can hold on to it. So you just hold it like that, nothing too hard. And then you just kind of, you see your hair, and then you just kind of let it sit there. See? Then with your other hand, you're gonna take your thumb and your index, your middle finger just to hold on to the other side, and then with your right hand, you just kind of hold it. You see how it just pulls? You're pulling it tight. And then you just twist and you braid. And that is it, people. This is so easy. Even I can do it, which is saying a lot. Now, as your hair starts to diminish, this is time to take a piece of hair, just so that you can make 3 now. See, now you have 3 plus the hair, and then you just braid. See, it's attached there, and it's attached pretty tightly. So now you just braid. And I'm just going to continue to braid my last 3 or 4 braids. Now if you find that your hair is getting a little diminished when you start braiding, you can take another strand of hair like this. Take the 2 that you were braiding with. Then you take that hair and you loop it. And then it kind of becomes 3 again. And then you just keep braiding. The last one! Oh my god, I'm so flippin' happy. I can't stand it. So now that I'm done with my last braid, hallelujah. It's just taking me so long to do my hair. Ugh. But anyway, now for my least favorite part. We're gonna cut off the little flyaways. Then I'm going to dip my tips, that's funny. Dip my tips in hot water. Well, before doing that, I'm gonna cut some ends.